Hello.
Hello.
Ready to rumble. Get ready. Is that how it goes?
Let's get ready,
Get ready
to
to
rumble.
rumble.
Guess what?
What are we talking today?
It's Labor Day
Oh, it is.
weekend.
It
And-
is.
Yeah,
Happy. Do you say Happy Labor Day? I guess you say Happy Labor Day.
well,
It's not like Happy Memorial Day. You don't really want to say Happy or Happy. Happy Veterans Day is appropriate, but Happy Memorial. You don't really say Happy Labor Day, right? Or like celebrating.
enjoy your Labor Day.
Right.
Enjoying the fruits of the labor.
We're celebrating those who labor in our country.
We all labor.
Some retired folks, maybe not.
No, I labor harder now than at my 40-hour week job. I'm just saying.
No, because when you'd be working in the afternoon at work, you're sitting here in this Barca Lounger right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't be hating on my lounger. Don't be hating on my lounger.
Okay, so we are talking the battle.
Don't holler in my ear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What did you say?
The battle of the cruise lines. The battle of the cruise line. And in a little cruise news.
A little cruise news.
A little cruise news.
A little cruise news. Something about radiance of the seas.
Do your noise?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Like the news alert. Now, in the cruise news.
You can tell we didn't plan it. I mean, like, we'd be really bad if this were scripted.
Well, it's been a while since I've been able to do that.
Hey, PA Conrail in the house.
Conrail, welcome.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
I wonder what temperature it is in PA.
It's 96, feels like 100 here in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania? No, in
Texas. You
Texas.
wish you were in Pennsylvania because it's probably like.
Well, wait a minute.
I don't know. I don't remember if Conrail is actually in PA or
Conrail's
from
not
PA.
in PA. From
right.
There
Hi,
you go.
Lolly. Welcome back.
No, Conrail is from.
No, Lolly, we are not staying cool. Lolly says, "Oh, that's laughable, Lolly."
It's 99, feels like 100 here.
Lolly says, "Hope y'all are staying." Well, I guess we are technically because we're inside in the air conditioner, and that's all we're doing.
Praise the Lord.
That is all we are doing
But
inside.
In my birth town in Pennsylvania,
yes, it is currently
87, feels like 90.
Feel like of 90.
It's a scorcher.
Yeah, that's not cool for.
No, it's not.
Pennsylvania.
It's actually humid.
Okay, so you did your little noise.
Well, I blew it.
Yeah,
I blew it.
I tried to serve it up to you.
You
on
did,
a platter,
and
he missed it.
It was a swing and a miss.
Yeah. Okay. So the news is, hey, Mark the Shark in the house.
Shark. Welcome, buddy.
South Beach, baby.
What's up, baby?
So Radiance of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean, since we are talking Battle of the Cruise Lines today, Radiance of the Seas had engine problems and potentially azipod problems.
You know what that is.
They were back in port on this past Friday in Vancouver. And oh my gosh, Mark, happy anniversary. Sorry, I'm interrupting my story to celebrate with Mark and his wifey. 52nd anniversary.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Woo. That's all you get, buddy.
Yeah, congrats. Excellent. Oh, and Sandy's in Branson, Missouri. Oh, I bet you are cool. Sandy? No?
Well, she is cool. What's the temperature like?
That's ba-doom-ching. Yes. 90 days till symphony. Mark's ready. We have 19 days to Ovation. Okay, so I interrupt myself as everyone's coming in. So I'll finish the news crew story. So Radiant to the Seas was in Vancouver on Friday, and they had been in a pretty bad storm evidently last week.
Story is.
And so everyone got on board Friday. I don't know how much is everybody, but like people literally embarked on Friday. And then they were told, hey, y'all, we ain't going to sail.
We ain't going.
We have an engine problem.
We got an engine problem.
We got one engine out is what they were told. You get on the ship. So I'm in this Alaskan cruise group. It's Cruise to Alaska out of Vancouver. And they're like, this was our first cruise. Or this was our first cruise to Alaska. And this is how it went. Okay. However, in the vein of how cruise lines deal with drama. What?
In the vein?
In the vein of how the different cruise lines treat drama. Okay, y'all. Royal Caribbean. So people get on, people have flown there, people spend all this money, etc., etc.
Well, think about your own travel, what it takes.
Oh, I know. Oh my goodness. So they give them a full refund,
100% refund.
100% refund on your cruise, 100% future cruise credit.
Whoa,
My understanding is that would be cruise fare,
that's twofer.
because when you have future cruise credit, it's just you just put it towards your cruise fare. So you
Right.
still have to pay like tax, port fees, and all that stuff.
Right.
But so full refund, 100% future cruise credit, and those that purchased their flight to Vancouver through Royal Caribbean, we'll handle your flight arrangements. We're gonna get you home. No extra money. Like, we're gonna take care of everything. And people who did not plan their flight through Royal Caribbean got $600 towards
Travel expenses.
their new flight plans. And they told
There's
people,
more?
There's more. I know. There's more, folks. We sound like an infomercial. And there's more. 2 for 1.
We knew you would.
If you order in the next 30 minutes. They said, since you're already on board, if you'd like to stay on board, sleep here, eat here, all this stuff until Sunday. Again, this was Friday. So if you want to stay on board till Sunday, you will have a free drink plan and free Wi-Fi.
That's what they call
Making that?
No, an onboard staycation.
I guess so. I mean, especially if you can't fly out until Sunday.
Right.
You know, if you didn't do your flight arrangements through Royal Caribbean,
Right.
And
You got work to do.
we got to leave. I have to wait for American Airlines to fit me in, and I'm not leaving till Sunday or whatever.
Right.
At least you get to stay. Maybe you don't have to book a hotel.
Right.
Drama. Let's see who else is in here. But
what a great deal. I mean,
Yeah.
not a great deal that you missed your cruise.
that had happened. I mean, that's awful.
But I think,
awful.
you know what I mean? Refund, giving you 100%
They did what
refund
they
is
could.
one thing.
It sounded like they did everything they could.
And it sounded like they did more than they had to.
Right. If you didn't book your flight through us, good luck.
Oh, well.
We don't. Why would we, for-profit company, give you any money towards your flight? That's what cruise insurance is for.
Because they don't want my lawyer calling them.
Woo, well, good
Because
luck with
they
that.
canceled my cruise.
Nope, you signed your life away when you agreed to that cruise contract.
Nobody reads the number 3
Believe
font.
me, I know.
Nobody.
Oh, Sandy says it's hot. Oh, she's the one in Missouri. I'm
It's
sorry,
it's
Sandy.
probably very humid.
In Missouri?
Yes.
Yeah. And Z is in the house. Hello, Z. And Lane Wolf is here. Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. So, battle of the cruise lines, y'all. This is how we're going to do it. Okay.
Wait a minute. You mean you're making rules already?
I'm making rules. Because otherwise it's going to be a free for all.
We're only 8 minutes live and you're making rules?
So I'm going to go through the 3 cruise lines that we have been on, which are Carnival, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean.
Right.
So we're going to go through each of those, and we're going to do pros and cons. So we're going to start with
Ben Franklin.
Carnival.
Ben Franklin.
Well, it's not really I
Yeah,
guess
it's
it kind
pros
of
and
could
cons.
be a close.
Ben Franklin.
You say Ben Franklin close
Yeah.
is what that's
You're trying to
called, right?
convince me which one's the best.
No, it's just an organized way to present the benefits and potential drawbacks of the cruise line. Pros and cons. So, okay. So Mark has an announcement.
What do we got?
I don't know. For those who know me, yes, I'm sitting on my lawn chair on South Beach enjoying the beautiful weather and count. Oh, that was a picture I did not need, Mark. I know it's not yours, but like.
Hey, Mark. Some of those thongs you probably wish you'd never seen.
Oh, it's all, well, maybe not on South Beach, but usually like on, in the, what is it? St. Martin, which is it that has the nude beaches?
What's my wife always say?
It's never the ones you want to see.
No.
That's what I say about the nude beaches.
Oh,
yeah. It's never the ones you want to see.
Yeah.
Chewbacca.
We were chased down by Chewbacca. Bigfoot.
We were not chased down, but you couldn't miss him on the beach.
We did 180 degree turn on the beach.
We were just like, oh, look, avert your eyes, hurry.
Mark says some need bed sheets.
Oh,
and others need tent awnings.
So we're going to
moving
start
right
with
along.
So we have been, our first two cruises were on Carnival, on the Conquest in 2011 and the Magic in 2012. So it's been a while. So all you Carnival people, we're doing Carnival first. So get ready here. Get ready. Get your Carnival pros and cons up and at 'em, y'all. Who is
Come on,
it?
Drill
Uncle
Sergeant.
Dave. I don't see Uncle Dave here yet.
Come on.
I think he's a Carnival fan.
Come on, Drill
I
Sergeant.
think he's the Carnival guy. So, what do you
No,
say?
that's not.
You asking me to be a drill sergeant? I don't know how to say it.
Well, you get fired.
I would. I couldn't get through boot camp. What you mean I'd be the drill
They
sergeant?
boot you right out the job.
So Conquest and Magic were our first two cruises. And then Norwegian Jewel was in 2013. And then Norwegian Breakaway was just this year, 2023.
So 10 years later.
It was actually 10 years later. Not to the month, but 10 years later. And then the other 14 cruises we've done, Royal Caribbean. So probably our pick is obvious, but I'm going to try to be a neutral moderator. Yeah, no. Probably not. Probably not. Okay, so we're starting with Carnival.
That's
all right.
funny.
Pros.
Okay, let's go.
Pros on Carnival. I have found when searching for now, I don't know about lately, but generally the cruise fare could be less expensive on Carnival for a similar itinerary. Now that's very important, and a similar ship, which is even more important.
In a similar stateroom.
Well, yeah, obviously, but because it's not really fair to compare Carnival, I don't know, Dream to Wonder of the Seas. You know, that's not really fair. I mean, Wonder of the Seas is newer and bigger. It's going to be more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you compare apples to apples across the board, sometimes Carnival can be less expensive.
Would you say sometimes or oftentimes?
I'd say sometimes.
Even if it's by $100.
I think people may not shop enough. I'm trying to be neutral, y'all. I can't be neutral. Everyone always brags about how inexpensive, Carnival is. And I just don't think maybe they shop around, or maybe they don't have as good a travel agent as we do. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but so Carnival sometimes is less expensive.
What's the new ship coming out with Carnival?
Jubilee.
You can't compare Jubilee to Radiance of the Seas.
Right. Well, one reason being actually Radiance goes to Alaska, so it may be more expensive. But you would compare Jubilee to
Wonder.
Maybe Wonder,
mm-hmm.
or Symphony is the newest Oasis class.
Yeah.
Because these Oasis class ships, the newest Oasis class ships,
You're selling again.
Still just, I know they have a lot. Unbiased. No. They have a lot more to offer than even Carnival Jubilee, simply because they're bigger. However, we're on pros on Carnival. Stop getting me off track.
Yeah.
Stop getting me off track.
So quit chasing rabbits.
Oh, they can be less expensive. So that's a pro of Carnival. Let's see. Sandy says, I was on the Elvis cruise in 06 and 09. It was wonderful on Carnival.
Speaking of Elvis.
Yeah. What?
Saw Jeff Dunham, his
he's puppet. A ventriloquist. Y'all know who Jeff Dunham is?
Yeah, his puppet. Which puppet was he talking to? Peanut.
Uh-huh.
He said he saw Elvis. And he said, what'd Elvis say? He said, I'm dead. Tell people to leave me alone.
I bet that was fun, Sandy. I'm a huge Elvis fan. I had a life-size poster of 1950s Elvis, like young, fine Elvis, in my college dorm room.
I looked just like him in my 20s.
A little bit. My blue eyes.
One for the money,
my blue
2
eyes,
for the show.
Dark hair when he had hair.
3.
Dark hair guy.
Ow. Ow.
What's the big deal about hair? So what?
You know what? Elvis should have looked this pretty bald.
So what?
Elvis should have looked this pretty bald.
So, first pro for Carnival is
could be cheaper.
Can be less expensive.
Could be.
The other pro that I thought was cool on Carnival was they have a Serenity adults only area. Okay, it's a deck for an adult, because some ships like Norwegian don't have an adults area at all. I don't know. I don't know about
Breakaway didn't have one.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
It does. I'm sorry.
So you stand corrected.
I stand corrected. So
Okay.
I don't remember Jewel having an adults only area.
I don't remember.
Right. So not all ships on other cruise lines have adult only area. I think all of the Carnival ships and all of the Royal Caribbean do in some form. Okay. So we liked the Serenity area. It's got, like the big round wicker with the cushion beds, I guess they are.
On
And-
the Oasis class.
No, that was Conquest and Magic. In the
Oh, they
Serenity.
did, didn't they?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
The Serenity area has.
I stand corrected.
That's all kind of. We may be doing that a lot throughout this.
It's okay. Humility is a good trait to have.
So they had the huge beds, and they have hot tubs in the Serenity area. So that's nice.
They don't have a pool.
I know that's going to be a con. You just ruined it.
Sorry, I cut to the chase.
Another pro of Carnival is port locations. And
Yeah.
that's a little personal because their brand new ship is coming to Texas. The Jubilee will be porting in Texas.
Galveston.
And I'm sorry, but I ain't seeing no other cruise lines putting their brand new ships in Texas.
Wait a minute.
Right? Brand new ships.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Brand new ships.
Okay, I'll raise you one.
Nope. Wonder is not in Texas.
I'll raise you one.
Go ahead. Try it. Try
Royal
it.
Caribbean
Bring it.
has a brand new Oasis class port where they can bring all of their Oasis class ships to
But
Galveston.
what ships are there now?
Harmony
Allure.
and Allure.
Allure's there now. At
Yeah.
least it's an Oasis class.
Right.
Got to say,
Yeah.
but it's not their newest. You got to give kudos where it's due. You got to give cred where it's due. Okay, so Carnival's bringing their brand new ship to Galveston. Oh, so Mark says went to the like the actual live Mark
Next to the last
Oh,
Elvis
my
concert.
Goodness, but he was waning then. Mark, he was hurting.
Oh, now you
Poor
put Sherry into
guy.
a depression.
He was the there towards the end. He was like the puffy overweight Elvis. That's not my favorite Elvis.
Yeah. Well,
So
his fans were waning too.
yeah. Mark also says he's done 9 Carnival and 1 Royal. He prefers Royal.
Well,
However, Mark, what were we gonna say? Give us your pros. I'm sorry. Give us your pros, Mark, about Carnival. Like, why did you do 9 Carnival? There must have been something about them, right? That you liked. So list us. Give us. Hand over some
List us.
pros
Is that-
about listuses.
Listus must be
Some
Latin.
listuses.
Is it Latin?
Of pros on Carnival. Okay, the next one that I personally have listed is that there are more included food options on Carnival. There are.
There are.
Yeah. Guys Burgers.
Yep, there
And
are.
Guys Pig and Anchor Barbecue.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
As opposed to, and this is going to be a con on Royal, but let's just do
What-
some comparison. Right?
Okay, you might as well.
Johnny Rockets on
Johnny
Royal.
Rockets.
Price just keeps going up. And I'm here to say it's an average burger.
Well, it has become.
It has become an average
It has
burger.
become an average burger.
Yeah, we were like pretty disappointed the last time. I'm like, the price keeps going up, and the burger's getting smaller. Isn't that true for everything in life, though? They keep charging me more and giving me less. But
my waistline's not getting smaller.
you keep charging me more and giving me more.
Wait a minute.
His party ball,
6-pack coming soon.
his six pack has become a party ball. Is that what they say?
That's what I say.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's nice. There's a blue iguana something also on Carnival. Y'all, you Carnival people, help
Blue
me.
iguana.
That's also free.
Is that Mexican food?
No, someone mentioned eating breakfast there, so I think it's like it's open all the time.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's like a breakfast place. So
Okay.
there are more. Yeah, Carnival just doesn't. What do they call it? Nickel and dime you as much with food, right? Oh, PA, you're mean.
Ah,
Might have been, PA. That goes back a while. The SS Minnow.
well, yeah.
Another pro of Carnival is they have karaoke, and this is also personal, but I thought it was nice. They have karaoke during prime time, like 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. instead of 10 or later. And I'll just have to say, we're old, so we go to bed early,
She
even on a cruise, unless
She-
there's something.
she likes to hear me sing.
Unless there's something he does, I couldn't pay him to sing karaoke.
They don't have enough crown
I'm
royal.
not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I could get him drunk enough to sing karaoke.
They don't have
really.
enough crown royal.
But I liked that the karaoke, you didn't have to wait till like way late at night. Now, I will say Royal had like family karaoke, but then, you're seeing all the kids up there and whatever.
Well, that's good for families, though.
Excellent for
don't be
families,
hating.
but for adults who want to participate and, laugh at
Oh,
others,
okay. I see it. So
Yeah.
for adults who want to behave like children,
karaoke singing is behaving like children.
well, you said the kids love karaoke. It's
Behaving like Lady Gaga. Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
I could be Billy Joel.
Uh-huh.
Look, see, he's got about as much hair
If
as
I
I do.
were 4 feet taller, I could be your Christy Brinkley.
Well, look here. I'll just sit down in my chair. We'll just-
Make me look tall. Try to make me look tall.
yeah, how's that?
Good luck with that one.
How's that work?
Good luck. Yeah. Okay. See, I'm not alone. Lane says we go to bed early too, Sherry. Yeah. But I enjoyed how Carnival would do. I mean, I say prime time because like that's 7 to 10,
Prime time. That's Neon Dion, man.
like 7 to 10 karaoke, as opposed to. And I tell you, Royal, it's 10 o'clock or after, and I'm like, we probably heading to bed, y'all,
Look.
by now.
Heading to bed. 10 o'clock, I'm out.
Another pro of Carnival is that they have some. Are we here?
Give us a clue. I think I just dropped the F-bomb in the middle of the show.
He shut us off. Y'all let us know if we're back on. Okay,
Ah!
we're back on. Yes, Lane says, uh-oh. We're back on now, right? Do you see us? JJ hit something. I don't know what it was.
You see this big finger?
We are showing to be on and on the stream. Back. Okay.
Thank you.
We're back in line.
Sorry for the F-bomb.
I don't know. I don't know. We weren't on, so you're giving away all our secrets. So Carnival does have some. Thank you, Lolly. Welcome back. So Mark says, kept us rewarded for cruises. Food was very good. Room steward was excellent. Non-smoking ship paradise.
All right, there you go.
Carnival Paradise? Is that what you're saying, Mark? Carnival Paradise is a non-smoking ship. I like it.
I do too. I can always count on the shark to rescue me. You know that?
Oh, so those are good prawns, Mark. I'm getting us back online.
That's for you, buddy. Boom.
Getting us back online. Those are good pros, right? Okay. Food was very good. Room steward was excellent. No, I like the non-smoking thing. That's excellent.
A whole ship.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a smoker, I would be happy. But I mean, how many other ships are there you to choose from, right? You just don't choose that ship.
Okay.
The unique
Hey,
activities.
I just have one question.
You cannot touch the keyboard anymore. You're
Touch,
not
touch, touch,
touching
touch,
the
touch.
computer anymore. What's your question?
How long is it going to be before they allow me to?
Look at them.
How long is it going to? No, I'm looking at you. How
Okay.
long is it going to be before they allow me to smoke my weed on board?
I would say as long as it's still illegal federally, they will continue to not allow it.
It's not illegal in Jamaica.
Well, that's not the rules that they use. They
Well,
use the U.S. rules.
They're in Jamaica water.
They use the U.S. rules.
I don't smoke weed, just so y'all know.
Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine him on weed? Woo! Okay. So the unique activities that Carnival has, because each cruise line has some unique activities, well, not all of them. We'll cover that. So the roller coaster and the ropes course, no one else has, right? In fact, Mark, we love you too, Mark.
Mark, we love you too. You are easily entertained, my brother.
It doesn't take a lot.
You know what? You just made my whole day.
Yeah. So you like a roller coaster on board at sea or a ropes course, right? Okay. So, and then Mark gave us some other kept us rewarded for cruises. So what you're saying, Mark, is that Carnival has a pretty good rewards program. That helps, right? Food is very good. The food that I remember, remembering the food, the
From
quality
Carnival?
was good, yes.
Yeah, the food
But
was
I have a
good.
con coming up about the food that I wasn't too happy with, and I don't know if it's still true. So those of you who cruise on Carnival or like Carnival, stay tuned right now. You can let me know if this is still true. So the cons, on, and probably one of the biggest, and we don't even drink alcohol, but they don't call it the unlimited beverage package on Carnival because it's not unlimited. They call it the Cheers package. They call it unlimited on the other cruise lines because it literally is. But Carnival has a limit of 15 drinks per day.
Woo!
In the Cheers package.
Can you imagine if I had 15 Crown Royals a day?
You're cut off. What's your deal with Crown Royal? Oh, that was your chosen drink, wasn't
Yes, it was my beverage.
Woo! So
I'd be in bed
15
by 2
drinks,
o'clock.
and you are cut off. The interesting thing about Carnival is that if you are paying for your own drinks, you do not get cut off. Of course, unless
They want the money.
Unless you're a belligerent drunk and they semi-legally need to cut you off unless you're causing problems because of your alcohol imbibing. They'll cut you off. But otherwise, if you're just sitting there and you're on drink 25 and you're paying for them all, they don't care.
Show me the money.
Which means you can buy a Cheers package, and on drink 16, you're paying.
Go retail.
Bring it. Get your wallet out. Get your seat pass. What do they call it on Carnival? Get your cruise card out because you're paying drink 16 forward. No, that's a pretty bad con for Carnival. So,
how many people do you know need 15 drinks a day?
Well, there's some people on Carnival that
military, law enforcement, and lawyers excluded. Outside of those 3 groups, how do you know how many need 15 a day?
That's about right. No adults pool. No pool in the adults only area. So I bragged about the fact that they do have Serenity, an adults only area on Carnival ships, but it doesn't have a pool. So you got hot tubs. I don't want to be hot. I'm in the Caribbean. I want to be cooled off. I need a pool in the adults only area. So I don't know about the new ships. So if anyone's been on the newer ships, did they choose to put a pool in the Serenity?
I don't know. I don't know.
PA Conrail says no promenade deck. Yep. That's one of my pros for Carnival, for Royal, because no one else has an open promenade deck. Oh, PA,
my wife.
Don't be fooled. Carnival has a promenade deck. So I'll give you my next con about Carnival.
Ooh.
The casino is on the promenade deck on Carnival ships. And you have to walk through it to get to the other end of the promenade.
Or to the other end of the ship.
Yeah, you have like restaurants and shopping and whatever on the promenade deck. Different, and right in the middle is the casino. So you have to walk through the smoke, and the cigarette smoke wafts out to all the other places on the promenade deck. That drove me crazy. I could not believe it. I was like, can I not walk around the cigarette smoke?
No, you have to go through the casino.
We got to walk. So I was like, walk through.
I was keeping my oxygen bottle. I wasn't going to share it with you.
Hold my breath and walk through. Not good. I was also, let's see. Mark says, Mark the Shark says, for the record, when I'm on Royal Caribbean, man, I tell you, I'm a functional alcoholic, but you'll never know it. Mark, I think you're drunk most of the times when you're on here, so I think we're good.
Well, that's true. That's true for a lot of us who used to drink.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Mark Neitster says, drinks, ship pins. We had 1 pina colada. We don't drink either. More activities and better overall food on Royal.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it was not crazy that I had to walk through the casino on Carnival because of the cigarette smoke. Please don't touch the screen. Please don't touch the board. I don't know what you did last time to cut us off, but it's really got me paranoid. So I'm not sure. Hey, Scott, rambling with the Brums in the house. Hey, friends. Hey, Scott, you've been on Carnival. We are talking about, well, we just finished with the pros for Carnival. Now we're talking cons with Carnival. But if you have any pros to join in, we talked about that they can be less expensive, cruise fare. The Serenity Adults area is nice. Port locations, this doesn't affect you as a Canadian, Scott. But we appreciate that they're bringing their new ship to Texas. More included food options. Karaoke's during like prime time, 7 to 10 before us old folks go to bed. And they have like unique stuff like a roller coaster and ropes course.
You need to do karaoke with Scott.
That would be fun.
That'd be entertaining.
So, Scott, if you have more pros about Carnival, let us know.
Next.
Let us know. Yes. On Carnival, I tried to say this diplomatically. And this is what I typed. Different type of cruiser, i.e. more drunk fighting.
Do you see what Scott said?
That was diplomatic. Yeah. I don't understand.
You told me not to touch the keyboard.
Oh, Scott, don't nag him on.
Scott's my man.
So
I got back up on here.
I was very diplomatic with that, I thought different type of cruiser on Carnival. I don't really know what's different about them. I don't know how to describe them, but they have a lot more fights. Not a lot. They have more fights because Jay with Ship Life has done some comparisons because he talked about that quite often. And he just points out like, hey, y'all, I don't do the statistics. All I'm saying is that all these fight videos that come out, the majority of them are on Carnival. Not all of them. Everybody fight. Everybody gets drunk and fights, but the majority of them are on Carnival. And so much so that Carnival has had to set their bar for barring. What is it? There's no tolerance. There are no tolerance rules. Like if you get caught in a fight, you're going to be off the ship and maybe can't cruise on Carnival. I don't know what they've moved their rule to, but that's how it got. Scott says taking lobster night away, taking bacon. Is that a Carnival thing, Scott? Did they completely take lobster night away? I don't know.
And bacon?
There was a bacon shortage like earlier. Was it last year? I think it's 2022.
Yeah, there was.
There was like a bacon shortage. I think all the cruise lines though were dealing with it. So I don't know. Yeah, Scott says lots of fights. Mm-hmm. And then Scott and his honey are going on Carnival again. So he said, I'll tell you more mid-January.
Alrighty then.
Right. So this was also my personal experience on Carnival.
Yours?
Yes, with the food. I am what we colloquially call a picky eater.
She's a food diva.
I'm not. I just like what I like. And that's what I tell people. Everyone likes what they like, right? There's just my list of things I don't like, I think, is longer.
Is growing.
Than most people's.
Like my belly.
So this is what happened to us on Carnival. And it was our first cruise ever. And it was on Conquest. And my parents were there. And a friend of mine and her mom were there as well. So we were doing like semi-keto, like diet nutrition thing at the time.
Was?
Yes,
yeah, I was.
And so I was trying, I wasn't going to go full hog.
Mediterranean.
I wasn't going to go full hog keto on a cruise, come on, you're on vacation.
Well,
however, I was trying to be somewhat compliant, with the plan. And so I ordered like a fettuccine Alfredo chicken broccoli dish. And I asked, can you please replace the pasta with broccoli?
Yeah.
Yes. May I substitute broccoli in place of the pasta? So it would be broccoli, chicken, sauce.
Alfredo.
Yeah, an Alfredo sauce. Because you got broccoli on the menu, like broccoli's on the menu right here. Like, so I know you have broccoli in the kitchen, right? I mean, this was after they gave me their response. So the waiter, poor guy, I'm not blaming him, but the waiter came out and he was like, and he bent down and he was like, ma'am, we can do the substitution for you, but no one else at the table and just this one time. And then I was kind of like, you got broccoli, right, boo? Like you got broccoli in the kitchen, right? Like, Are they having to go like fly into broccoli on a helicopter? Like nothing like that's happening, right? I was like, what's the big drama here with the food substitution? So my question is,
The broccoli harvest was not what we expected this year.
the question is, for those of you who cruise on Carnival now or recently, because that would have been 2011. That would have been 2011. So do y'all do they do substitutions? I mean, there's lots more allergies and stuff going around now than there was in 2011. Let's just, whether they're real or not, let's just say people say they have food allergies. So, you know, the cruise lines have become very flexible when it comes to people's dietary and nutrition needs. So y'all tell me if Carnival has changed that, like food substitution thing, because once we went on, maybe even Norwegian. Once we went on our third cruise ever, because the first two were Carnival.
It was the Jewel.
We went on Norwegian,
and
I was like, oh.
We had an incredible waitress.
So food substitutions aren't as big a deal as I thought they were.
It was Norwegian.
Yes,
she did a
female
phenomenal
lead waitress.
Her name started with a P.
I can't remember. Amazing.
Yeah.
And when I told her the first night we were in the MDR, I told her that, oh, I'm sorry, there's a lot of vegetables that I don't like. So I see over here that you also have sweet potatoes on the menu. I don't like blah, 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 whatever it was that came with this dish. May I instead have sweet potatoes? And she was like, absolutely.
No problem.
And so with something else, I mean, she learned that I also like broccoli. I mean, of all vegetables for a picky eater, I love broccoli. And so she had the rest of the week, people, this woman on Norwegian, this waitress, head waitress, had sweet potatoes and broccoli for me. Whether they were on the menu or not that night,
Miss Sherry,
she had sweet potatoes and broccoli ready for me every night. So I was like, oh, this is how.
Percy Jackson in the house.
This is how it can work.
Oh, look, he had surgery.
He had his teeth cleaned.
Yeah.
And his little furs are growing back.
Went to clean his teeth and 5 of them fell out in their hands.
Yeah, I'm okay though.
Yeah.
I still got just like 40 left.
He's got more than I've got.
What was it? I found out the dogs have like 52 teeth. I don't remember what it was. Something
anyway,
like,
that's not on the menu.
That's not relevant. That's
No.
not relevant. Okay, so yes, Scott's going on celebration in January. Excellent. So Mark says if you were called to fighting, they would take it to the next port, kick it to the curb, take it to kick rocks, then they investigate. I don't understand, Mark. And then they ban you for life. Okay, so he's talking about the carnival steps if you're fighting.
Yeah, that's the protocol.
If you were called to fighting.
Right.
So if you were like, yo, mama.
Why
you
are you going to do that?
If you were.
Why you got to do that? I might just say, I'm fixing to kick your.
Right. If you were verbally provoked into the fight.
See, that's your first mistake is warning somebody. Just do it.
Just so what called to fighting means? They would take it to the next port. I kick it to the curb, take to kick rocks, then they investigate. I don't understand that part. And then they ban you for life. So maybe you get three fights, Mark.
If you're caught fighting.
Maybe that's what Mark is saying.
Yeah.
So Marie's already going on the record. Marie is saying NCL is my fave. Okay, Marie.
Okay.
When we get to NCL, you're our girl for all the pros for NCL, okay? Because it's coming. It's coming. Rambling says, I really enjoy. Yeah, we're getting there, Scott. Believe me, we are getting to Norwegian. If you're caught fighting, yes. Yeah, if you're caught fighting, I guess for eventually, Carnival is saying you're out. Jubilee, Lane says Jubilee in April. Maybe that one will change our mind about Carnival. It's the new one, Lane. So who knows?
Jubilee's in Galveston.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, in Texas. We had it booked for
January.
We had it booked for April. And we canceled
it
because I got the new job and
we went
I didn't
to Harmony.
I didn't know how much vacation time I was going to be able to take or any of that. And so we canceled Jubilee because we didn't want to caught paying for something short notice if we canceled short notice. And so we replaced it with Harmony because, as you'll see, what our favorite line is obvious. So I think that's all the cons that I had listed for Carnival. Yeah, the food thing really, all of you who are on Carnival have been on Carnival. Do they allow food substitutions? I will say I don't read a lot of good things about that ability, the food substitution situation on Carnival. And I almost always substitute something. So I'll have to say,
Time out.
oh,
What
I
time?
have to say, Rule does okay with that.
Almost always?
No, there are some times that I will just order a dish as described on the menu because there are things on there I like.
Rarely do you not substitute something.
You think?
Rarely.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. There's always something that you prefer.
Okay, then I guess you need to start keeping track because
Yeah,
I don't agree.
I'm going to write a book.
I don't agree with that characterization.
I'm gonna write a
of
book.
Rarely.
All things Sherry hates.
No, seriously. The list is like
Broccoli's not one of them.
no, I like broccoli and green beans.
You know who doesn't?
And peas.
You know who doesn't like broccoli or didn't like?
Who?
George Herbert Walker Bush.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
did not like broccoli.
That's true. I just don't. Mainly, I don't like salad vegetables, y'all, which is really difficult because they're in all things. They're onions, peppers of any kind, even the peppers that people say are sweet. Y'all lie. Y'all lying. Peppers are not sweet, right? Celery, no, that's a no-go. Pepper, yeah, I already said peppers of any kind. Anyway, she's very picky. We're moving to Norwegian. Okay. We're moving to Norwegian, but let's let's catch up. Okay. So Lane said Jubilee in April. Maybe, we already got that one. Alton. Hey, Alton Bay.
Alton.
Aw,
Welcome.
thanks.
Love
your videos. My wife and I are loyal. Okay, you're going on record. Although we've sailed Carnival, Princess, and Celebrity over the past 20 years, we're sailing on the Wonder of the Seas December. Man, did you have to take out a second mortgage, Alton, for the Wonder? Or did you book it like before they hiked up the prices? I cannot believe it. I looked on the Wonder for February to April 24 for cost, and it was up to $2,000 plus per person for an inside cabin. I could not believe it. $2,000 per person for an inside cabin.
Girl, as long as you pay it, we're gonna keep charging.
So I'm hoping, Alton, you got a good sale. So yeah, let us know. Oh, Celebrity. Okay, we're gonna cover Norwegian next, and then we're gonna have like the cruise lines that we haven't sailed on. So yeah, let us know your input. Chris says Odyssey of the Seas coming up in December. That's an Oasis class we haven't been on. I don't know where she cruises out of, Chris. I don't know that. Altavir says Explorer of the Seas in July. We've been on Explorer, Altavir. Go watch our vlogs. Yeah, you may have already, and that may be why you're here. Chris also says, hopefully we won't have to pay for pizza. No, Chris, the pizza drama is over. Pizzagate is over. Michael Bailey at least says they're not going to charge for pizzas.
The pizza Nazis have
surrendered. The backlash, we won. We won that one with the backlash. Mark says, when are you guys going on Harmony so that way I can book it so I can meet and hang out? Oh, we'd like that, Mark.
That's May.
Like a group cruise. It is May
5th out of Galveston.
Right. We are up for a group cruise.
Nope.
We don't really know. I guess we just call it one and then we tell you guys about it. I don't know if that's short notice. May of 24. Well, it's 9 months out. So I don't know. May 5th. It's right in between spring break ends and summer begins. So it's a good price. So if y'all want to do a group cruise and we want to make it that, we can send you. We can have Cindy, our travel agent, set you up.
My travel agent.
Well, I mean, I use her too.
I share her with you. She's mine.
Yeah, so we're going the week of May 5th. So
that'll be a good trip.
Yeah. Chris, Fort Lauderdale's Odyssey. Oh, okay. I don't know why we haven't gone on Odyssey.
I like cruising out of Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, we do. I've seen all. Thanks, Altavir.
Thank you so much.
Lolly says NCL was nice, especially in the Haven. Okay, so Lolly got us off. Lolly got us started on NCL. Let's go. NCL Pros. Food was amazing. I don't know how stronger
amazing?
Words. Yeah, I have excellent written down here, but I changed it to amazing because I think that's a stronger adjective. Yeah.
I thought it was very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought it was excellent. I thought it was more than very good. And maybe, unfortunately, it was just because we had been, I mean, I'm giving a con on Royal that comes later, but
Wait. You don't hurt anybody's feelings.
oh well.
Hey, let's just say this.
Oh well.
Let's just say this. It was Explorer of the Seas. It was a good trip. Enjoyed it.
No, adventure too.
And adventure as well.
Ever since the restart,
the food on Royal has not been up to par.
Has not been up to par.
I'll just say it like it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So when we went on Norwegian, and there were other things that we'll list during the con area on Norwegian, that is one thing that was better than every cruise line we've been on. Norwegian
it was very good. It was very good.
The food figured out.
It was very good.
Amazing. So a Carnival, Norwegian also has these packages that they include the extras. I don't remember what they're called. It's like, but they include your dining and they include, these things that you kind of makes you feel like you are paying more. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of makes you feel like you're not. And I'm sure it's discounted.
It's called creative marketing.
Yeah. Lane. Yeah. Lane, May 5th.
May 5th, Galveston,
Harmony.
Texas.
Yeah.
Harmony of the Seas.
And we'll put the link to Cindy.
Yes, I will.
Below.
Cindy is our travel agent, by the way.
And she can hook you up.
She's retired, lives in Florida. She and her husband.
Well, she's not retired. She's a travel agent.
She retired from her previous line of work, is my point. Started working as a travel agent.
In fact, she is boarding MSC.
MSC coming up
today. Ahora.
See.
Hoy.
See.
Okay, so yeah, Mark says May 5th. I'll look into it. Thanks. You're funny and I love you guys. Thanks, Mark. We'll pay you later. We'll send you the check. Yes, Lolly.
It's in the mail.
Free at sea. That's what it's called. Okay, so it's not really free.
No, it's not. But it's,
as we all know,
it's creative marketing.
Because when we cruised this year with Norwegian, we don't drink alcohol, so we didn't need the drinking part. And
yes, I'm this goofy normally.
We bought a smaller dining package. Maybe we did a three night dining or something on Norwegian. Anyway, we did not do the free at sea portion that Lolly's just reminded us what it's called.
Right.
However, that's a bonus, right? You can get these included with your cruise price, so you probably get a little cut in price. We thought that was good.
It is discounted.
Right. Sandy's our NCL girl. We like NCL, but we have only been once and are going again in January. I've been listening to your advice in the videos. You're welcome. Thanks for the tips. Excellent, Sandy. So
that's what we like to hear.
Yeah, the free at
benefiting
sea,
from something.
Excellent. The free at sea on Norwegian is helpful. So make sure that you look into that if you drink alcohol and you're going to want some of the specialty dining
packages.
Yeah, just include it all. Something I loved on the Norwegian Breakaway.
You what?
Loved.
Okay.
Twice is all you get.
Loved.
Was the waterfront. It's called the waterfront, and it circles
the
entire 8th deck.
Yes.
On Breakaway.
Was nice.
What I don't know is I do not remember it on Jewel. So maybe the smaller ships don't have the waterfront.
I don't think so.
It was so nice. And it's a walkway with couches and stuff that goes all the way around the 8th deck. And the 8th deck has the shops and some restaurants. And so as you're walking around,
you can access shops and restaurants.
You can just walk on in. Hey, let's go have dinner at restaurant.
You can get cocktails and sit on the couch on deck 8 watching the ocean.
Sit out on and watch
a big cushioned couch. It was
in the shade. Good idea.
In the shade.
Yeah, it was a really good idea.
Yeah.
So it's called the waterfront. And again, on the Breakaway, it's on the 8th deck. But if you're on a Norwegian ship, find it. First day, find where it is. Because we didn't find it until like later in the week.
Right.
And I was like, where has this been? Why haven't we been out here?
Right.
Definitely. Freestyle dining, I think, is a pro on Norwegian. You can go eat on your own schedule. Unlike some of the other cruise lines that you have a set dinner time. And what we did not know, because nobody, it's kind of a con, but nobody along the way told us that you can make reservations for all the restaurants, because NCL has 4, 3, 3 or 4 restaurants. Well, the Breakaway did at least have 3 or 4 restaurants that are included, like main dining rooms. 3, I think.
3.
2 that were right there by each other,
3.
and then another one on a deck
Yeah.
up. So they were all the same menu. They were just like different decor, you
Different
know.
ambiance.
Yeah. So you could make reservations. So if you get on board on a Sunday, let's say, and you want to, we're going into port on Tuesday, so we want to eat later. So we're going to make a reservation so you don't have to stand in line and wait. So, but otherwise, you can just show up if you're that flexible, and you just show up to the MDR. Don't mind standing in line. Eat when you want to. What I also liked about Norwegian, another pro on Norwegian, is the price for ziplining on their private island was very affordable. You like the ziplining?
I did.
Yes. That's on one of our vlogs.
Yes.
It's Harvest Key is the private island we went to. Loved it. It was very fun. And it was very reasonable. It was like may have been right at $100 for both of us.
It was 40 some odd dollars a piece.
I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 different ones on Harvest Key, 2 different zip line routes.
One's a little longer.
Right. So it's more expensive.
It's like
We
60
took the
some odd
shorter
bucks.
one, but the shorter one was like 4, 5
Wore the old man out.
trips. Yeah, it was so good. And again, it was reasonable because I've looked at ziplining in port on Royal, and it's super expensive. So just saying. Norwegian also has an adults only pool area. Okay, so all the ships that we've been on have an adults only pool area. However, they don't all have pools. Adults only area, maybe I should say, because I
Correct.
said adults only pool area. They all have adults only areas, but like Carnival's Serenity doesn't have a pool. It was a pro that they had an adults only area, but it was a con that they didn't have a pool. Come on. Spice H2O is the adults only area on Norwegian. And so that's a pro that they have one. I'm fixing to give some cons. So about Spice H2O, but they do have an adults only area. So if you want to get away from whatever, all the screaming kids on board, which is why we cruise generally in April and September or October.
They're back in school.
While most kids are in school. Little side tip there.
They're back in school.
Let's see. Yeah, Mark. The drink, let's see. Anthony on the move. Hi, Anthony on the move. Welcome.
Hello, Anthony.
Ya. Good to see you. Scott says the drink package is $305
For 2
for
folks.
2 folks on Carnival. That's actually not bad.
That's not bad.
Are you talking about Norwegian? We're on Norwegian now, so he might be talking about Norwegian. That's actually not bad. For
Royal, you'll pay that for one person.
for unlimited. I mean, not quite, but it's expensive on Royal. Lolly says, I know Lolly says Margarita at Sea, RIP Jimmy Buffett. Yes, very much so, Lolly. He was a great talent and an amazing businessman. So we are going to Margaritaville in the Bahamas in January. Right, in Nassau.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
At
Alton
the,
Bay says,
The resort.
hi again, Wagners. Regarding the cost of our Wonder cruise, cruise
I did.
price
Been talking a
would
lot.
have been $47.56 for my wife and I. However, we have complimentary cruise, taxes, fees, and gratuities. Wow, how'd you get that? You gamble. Was it casino?
Hey.
I wonder.
Alton, you have the right to remain silent.
No.
You don't have to tell her.
You waived that, Alton,
Nope.
when you joined
Negative.
in the chat.
Negative, moving right along.
You have waived your right to remain
No
silent.
telling who might be monitoring this YouTube channel.
Complimentary cruise. I bet it's from the casino. Wow, that's amazing. And that's a good choice of ships. Alton, good choice. Okay. So,
Look what Marcus Shark said.
yeah, he got the check in the mail.
Except I forgot to sign it.
Hey. Oh, now that wasn't on purpose. Here, take your son. He's floundering.
I need to take him out.
You think?
Yep.
I don't think. I think he just wants to be held.
He's telling Daddy gotta go.
He's floundering.
He's
Okay.
gotta go.
Yes. Okay. So Scott specified that drink package that he said was $305 for 2 Wow, that's good on NCL. That's a good price, Scott, I think.
That's great price.
I mean, and yes, Alton waived his right to remain silent. Casino deal. Man, that's a good deal. Good job, Alton.
Congratulations.
So, yes, pros. Continue with pros on Norwegian. The library on Norwegian, which we had a really rough sea day. Like it was raining and was overcast. It just wasn't a good day to be out on the deck. So we were in the library playing games, has windows with an amazing ocean view. I'll have to say all of the libraries I've been in on Royal are in the middle of the ship. No windows. I mean, if you just want a quiet place to read, then that's fine. And you don't care if you like are reminded that you're on a cruise ship. It doesn't matter. Then that's fine. But everywhere I go on a cruise ship, honestly, I want to be reminded that I'm on the water because I love it. So I want an ocean view. So I liked that about Norwegian. That was a pro, that the library of all places. So when you go in to play Scrabble and you beat the whackers out of your husband in Scrabble, yeah, y'all can go watch that vlog because that was funny. Well, we can vote here. Is aloha a foreign language word? Aloha. Aloha. Y'all know what aloha is. Is that a foreign language word? So he's going to come back in here now and he's going to see the comments about aloha is a foreign language word or the votes that it's not. And he's going to be like, what were you talking about while I was taking the dog out? I know. And so that's why we were in the library on Norwegian. We were playing games. And I beat him in Scrabble. It was funny. So go watch that. I'll link that vlog below because it's funny. Norwegian also has unique activities. I mentioned that about Carnival having the, what does Carnival have? Carnival has the roller coaster and the ropes course. So Norwegian has go-karts and laser tag. Laser tag isn't completely unique because Royal also has laser tag, but that's cool to have laser tag on a ship. And the go-karts is completely unique for Norwegian. Let's see. Oh, wow. Scott's saying that Carnival's drink package is nuts. $969 for the beverage package. Yeah. I mean, Royal is more up there too. I don't think it's that expensive, but it depends on the sailing because it depends on the sailing as to how much the beverage packets cost. But that's a crazy difference. $305 for Norwegian and $969 for Carnival. Woo, that's crazy. So Lane says, Bonnie wants to know where your other child is. Oh, Murphy's been sick today. He threw up like 4 times. I think he's probably in his crate. He has not been feeling well. We don't know. We recently changed dog food to the farmer's dog. I'm going to go get Murphy, see how he is.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with this.
Lane's, I don't think so. Lane's wife, Bonnie, wants to know where Murphy is. He's been up and down, and he seemed to be hungry at least, but he emptied his stomach earlier in the day. In fact, I stayed home from church to take care of him, and I was cleaning up vomit all over the towel. So, he's coming out. He's not up to it. Maybe if you take that collar off, he might feel better. Yeah. Grant says, hi, Grant. Welcome. Good to see you. Free cruise plus all the money you won. Oh, in the casino, or all the money you lost to get the free cruise, Grant. That's usually what it is. Scott says, if you spend $1,000 plus on Carnival, you get a trip. Oh, at the casino, I guess, Scott? Wow. By the way, Rambling with the Brums is Scott's YouTube channel, so go check him out. He has lives off and on, and they live on a farm, and so he's kind of about like sustainable. He's Canadian. He's like sustainable living, farm life and stuff. But he also has a group cruise coming up to Alaska, I think, right, Scott? Yeah. So head over to Rambling with the Brums and check that out. Mark says, to Margaritaville in Nassau. Yeah, we hope it's a nice place, but the food is expensive and the food is not that great. Oh, okay, we'll have to remember that, Mark. Maybe we'll just get a little snack and then we'll go back to the ship and eat. Oh,
can you say hello?
There's Murphy's.
Murphy's tummy's not feeling good, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he ate a bug in the yard.
We had like exterminator stuff done, 3 or 4
months ago.
And he was rooting around. And JG thinks he may have gotten into something. Who knows?
Yeah, he's
Who
not
knows?
happy.
Yeah.
He's not a happy boy. Okay, come on.
So Grant says, do you have to lose the 1,000 or just bet that much? Totally. Yeah, Alton, we need to know, now that you've waived your right to remain silent about the casino, how much you lost to get that free cruise.
You don't have to say that.
JJ will represent you. JJ's wanting to get you out of it.
Look here, you can retract that
Your
anytime you
waiver?
like.
Retract your waiver.
That's right.
Okay, so I was talking about the library on Norwegian has a great ocean view, and none of y'all helped me with the spelling dilemma. None of y'all.
What was it?
About the foreign word question.
I missed it.
I know you did. I was hoping that there'd be like a whole lot of
What's the foreign word?
aloha.
It is an English word. American language.
Foreign language word.
Negative.
Okay, so moving on.
Nope.
Oh, Lane says Bonnie worked at a vet. She says maybe really. So dogs can take Pepto?
How much should I give him? He only weighs 9 pounds.
Yeah, he's not very big. So Bonnie will give us that info.
Dr. Bonnie.
So Norwegian cons. So we just went through the pros of Norwegian. Norwegian cons. The layout of the cabin was not good for us. The sofa, we had an ocean view balcony. The sofa was like, seriously, there was about that much room, you think?
I couldn't get my foot in there.
Oh, and you were in
I wear an 11.
10 and a half,
Yeah.
11, right?
Yeah.
So seriously, the
I had
end
to-
of the sofa and the start of the closet,
Yeah.
the sofa was banged up right against. It was crazy. It was like, well, there's a sliding door over here.
I
Like
could get my fist in there, but not my foot.
I have to get in to get to things that are, on that side of
Thank you, Lane. We'll give that a shot. No pun
Oh,
intended.
teaspoonful.
Yeah.
Teaspoonful of Pepto for the pup. Sandy answered. Oh, come on, Sandy. Come on. Aloha is a Hawaiian word. It's Hawaiian language. Right? Yes.
Somebody
not
tell
for-
this woman that Hawaii
Hawaii's in the U.S.
is in the United States.
That's what he's going to say.
Okay.
Dave, well, I'm going to Olszewski. Dave Olszewski. You've been with us, I think, Dave. You've been on a live before because I remember trying
He's
to.
on Mariner of the Seas right now.
Saying quick hello from the ship. Hi, David. Thanks for joining us. Happy sailing.
Tell us where you are.
Yeah, where you're going.
Where in the world are you,
Where
Dave?
in the world are you, Dave? Okay, so continuing with cons, the layout of the cabin again was not good for us. The casino, I already mentioned earlier, is in the middle of the entertainment, shopping, eating deck, and the smoke, just like Carnival. The smoke, you have to walk through the casino on a Norwegian ship. At least the breakaway we did. I think maybe I can't remember the Jewel. We did too. And the adults only area, the Spice H2O, has no pool. And do you remember what the shade situation was at Spice 2O? Spice H2O.
The shade?
Yes.
I do not.
It was non-existent. And they have
It was
no
non-existent.
umbrellas.
That's right.
No awnings, no deck. Because Spice H2O, if you want to just sit out in the sun,
That's a perfect place to go.
perfect place. Because it is just by a railing. The edges of Spice H2O are by the railing. You can look straight over out into the ocean.
Yep.
There's no deck. There's no cover. There's no windows. There's no anything. And there are no umbrellas. So if you are one who likes to maybe save your skin a little, or you can't sit out in the sun due to skin issues or whatever, then that adults only area on Norwegian, maybe not for you. In our experience, the Norwegian, at least breakaway, was too small for the passenger capacity.
And it was very compartmentalized.
Right, not very open.
No.
Right. They did have the atrium area and I think they were trying to compete with.
Well, that's good
Royal
if you're trying to
Caribbean,
stack
quite
humans
frankly.
on top of each other.
There was an open area they called the atrium that went it was open all the way up to the casino deck and the shopping stores. But it was just in one like round area. It wasn't like the promenade. If you're familiar with the promenade on Norwegian, it wasn't that kind of thing. But the theater was packed. I mean, like, we couldn't get 2 seats together one night. So the theater is too small for the number of passengers they have. The entertainment area where the huge screen TV is and a stage where they do a lot of like game shows and activities had like maybe 200 chairs.
Right.
Maybe 200 chairs.
Yeah,
and that's going all the way to the windows.
And there were 400 people.
4,000, you mean?
Well, I mean in that area.
Oh, yeah. At least, I mean, there were people standing like stacked on one another. So that was on our cruising on Breakaway, they were understaffed with cabin stewards. We got 1 cleaning in 3.5 days.
Right.
Now, there might have been some confusion with the cabin on and off light, which is another con. And again, I'm sure we're just used to Royal where you just put the magnet there or you don't put the magnet there, or you put the magnet there for cleanup or don't clean up.
Right.
Norwegian had a light system that if it was accidentally left on red or like don't come in, they wouldn't even knock on the door to see if you're there. Like they do not touch the door. If it's on red, it's just like a policy. And I'm like, okay, well, we just forgot to turn the light off and we were in port all day long. Anyway, I don't know what happened. They told us our light was on. I was like, I remember turning it off, but they were understaffed though also. The assistant manager of hospitality told us that they were understaffed, and she also straight up lied to us.
Not once.
We now know. Straight up lied to us about the in-person muster because
not once.
Our cruise was in January, and so we were complaining about the in-person muster. It was a waste of time. It's a waste of crew time. It's a waste of passengers' time. Like, it's a waste of everybody's time. Why are we doing it?
Right.
None of the other cruise lines are going to. Oh, she literally told us, yes, you're going to see all the other cruise lines going there. We have to. She told us we have to legally. Big fat lie. All of it was a big fat lie because as of April 1st, they went back to e-muster.
3 times.
Yeah. Straight up lied to us. We were not happy about
3 times.
One of the other cons about Norwegian is that they are ending their entertainment shows. Like, we loved 6. It's just a show. It's a stage show. It's called 6, and it's about the wives of Henry VIII. It sounds really boring. It was amazing. They ended that.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah, they have ended a total of 7 shows on 9 cruise ships that are going to be discontinued in 23 and 24. So I'm sure they're trying to save money because, they have to buy the rights and you have to do you have to hire all the talent, and then they have to rehearse and you have to spend time, all that stuff. It costs a lot to buy the rights for those Broadway shows. 6 is a Broadway show. Anyway, they ended 7 shows on 9 cruise ships for 23 and 24. So if you like the Broadway shows and stuff, maybe Norwegian's not the line for you.
Well, I could go down the rabbit trail on
right. Norwegian has no unique activities. They do have the go-kart is the only thing that is unique to Norwegian. So, okay. So now we're to Royal.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean. Okay. Let's see what comments we have. Let's see. Lolly's giving it. Oh, Lolly, are you from Hawaii? Hawaiian was spoken way before 1959, and it became a state. Right. So Hawaiian was the language, which isn't English, right, Lolly?
Right.
So it's a foreign language.
We can debate this till the cows come home, and I'm still going to be correct, Lolly. It is an English word. It's an American country. There were several languages spoken in America before we got here.
No.
Yeah, there were. Native
British?
American Indians?
No.
Native American Indians? They didn't speak English.
Okay, so the Cherokee language is a foreign language also.
Currently.
It is not English.
Currently.
So Mark the Shark says, I have a beautiful puppy. His name is Scooter, and he is a Montice. He is anytime that I think he's got a stomach problem, I give him a teaspoon of Pepto. Awesome.
You need to remember that for me.
My
tummy gets upset. Just give me a teaspoon of Pepto.
It's Pepto. What can we say? Scott. I mean, I don't know what the deal was. I think, Scott, you're the one who found out that Breakaway is a training ship. So maybe that was part of our experience. I kind of want to give them some grace, but it's really hard because that was just not a good cruise.
So they were learning. We paid the price for their learning experience.
For their learning, I guess so.
I guess.
Yeah, Scott says the atrium was very small. It wasn't for the amount of time. I mean, for the amount of passengers. I mean, I think the breakaway was like 4,000. And I mean, again, we missed a show in the theater because it was full. We couldn't find chairs. People were literally stacked on each other and like looking, over each other for like some game show or something. Yeah. In the main, yeah, it wasn't good. Aaron says, yeah, it was not good, Aaron. That's something we talked to the assistant manager of hospitality about, and we didn't get a lot of, well, she did do the research, and then she came back and told us it appeared our light was on. Like, I'm not sure about that.
And they sent free candies to the room.
Like,
strawberry covered, chocolate covered strawberries.
Hey, they didn't have to do that, so I'll give you credit. Scott says our guy was in our room daily, but they didn't clean. So you're in there, and you don't clean. I don't know what's up with that. Hey, howdy from San Pedro, California.
Tomorrow.
Oh, Navigator of the Seas.
Tomorrow.
I wonder where you were, Mike, because you weren't here early. You're usually like saying, hey, y'all, you're here early.
He's getting ready to cruise, man.
I know. Navigator of the Seas, San Pedro, California. So, yeah, what's your route, Mike? Tell us what your cruise route is on that. Grant says, we're on that next Monday. Hope it's good for you.
We were on Navigator.
One time. Wow. So. How many years ago was that?
Independence, we were on 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. And Liberty, we've been on many times.
4.
Scott says, no, just changing the shows as Tony's shows were crazy. So you think they're changing them, Scott? I hear that they've got 1 or 2, but they're canceling 7. So I don't know if they're replacing 7, but oh well, we'll see. Yeah, we do too, Lane. We love the Oasis class ships.
That's one of my favorite parts of a cruise is seeing
the shows. I know.
Broadway caliber.
6 was amazing, Anthony.
Yeah,
definitely.
It truly was.
Yeah,
one of the best.
I mean, even compared to Royal, and we're very impressed with Royal shows. That's one of our pros for Royal is the entertainment. But 6
was absolutely.
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park.
They did.
Yep. Pro for Royal is tablecloths. Oh. I never thought about it. Did the others not have? I never thought about it, Steve. I'm trying to think back to Norwegian. I think they did have tablecloths in MDR.
I don't remember now that he brought that up.
I think they did.
I'm not sure.
The Jewish redneck prepper. Howdy.
Shalom.
How are you? I think you've been with us before because I remember your channel.
Mazel tov.
Lolly says pro best loyalty program at sea. Okay, we're like still the first level of Carnival and Norwegian too. I mean, we've just cruised on each of those twice, so we can't really talk to it. But Lolly, if you have experience, then yeah.
Excellent.
Mike says going to Catalina and Ensenada. Well, you better vlog because I've always wondered about those. Cruise Tips TV, Sherry on Cruise Tips TV they live in California, so she goes that route quite often. And I've wondered about that.
Is that a 4-day?
I don't know.
Is that a 4-day, Mike?
He can tell us. Yep. Sandy says the Hawaiian language has offered a number of words to the English language. Some Hawaiian words are known to non-Hawaiian speakers, and a few have also been assimilated into the English language.
Thank you, Sandy.
No, she did not give us the answer.
She gave us the perfect answer.
The Hawaiian language says it is not the English language.
Well, did you watch the video, ma'am? Did you watch the video? I dubbed it so.
You do not make the Scrabble rules, sir.
Our channel, my rules.
Scrabble makes their own rules. Okay, so Royal Caribbean Pros, the unlimited beverage package is literally unlimited. Yeah.
Say that again.
The unlimited beverage package is
on
unlimited. Royal. We're on Royal Pros. Royal Caribbean Pros.
Okay. Well,
unlike
a lot of cruisers will be happy to learn that. But
unlike Carnival that limits your drinks to 15 per day.
And then I got to come out with my CPAS
and then you start paying for them. The Solarium Adults area literally has a pool. It's called the Solarium.
And hot tubs.
Yeah, and it's the adults only area, and it has a pool, unlike Carnival and Norwegian's adults area.
And I'll tell you what, man, the Oasis class Solarium is
amazing.
My spot.
Now, I have a caveat about the Oasis class solariums because
note to self: look up the definition of caveat.
The pool in the Oasis class solarium areas
It's pretty small.
Is a waiting.
It's a waiting pool.
It is not a. I can like.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that.
Well, it's because the solarium's huge. I guess.
No, the reason is they have an unlimited drink package, and there's a bar in the solarium, and they don't want anybody drowning.
Well, up on deck, in the other pools,
yes,
there's plenty of drinking going on.
Yeah, but they got like 16 lifeguards,
and those are full pools. So anyway, just a caveat to there actually being a pool in the solarium. Now, smaller than Oasis class on Royal are actually deep pool. They're regular swimming pools.
Right, 5 foot.
In fact, they have diving classes when you pay for a diving course.
Clarify that.
Okay.
Not diving off a diving board or a cliff.
Scuba diving.
Scuba diving. Scuba classes.
They perform the paid scuba class in the swimming pools on non-Oasis class solarium areas.
Yeah.
That was a mouthful. The casino on Royal Caribbean ships are on separate decks from the
Wait a minute. I don't have to walk through the casino to get to the front of the ship?
Nope, you do not. Now, if you stand right by the staircase that goes down into the casino, you can get a little bit of wafting of cigarette smoke.
Wafting.
But generally, the cigarette smoke stays down in the casino. It does not waft onto the promenade.
Wafting is a Hawaiian word.
No, that's waiting. So, open promenade deck. Y'all have already mentioned it. Like the open, and if you haven't been on Royal Caribbean ship, it's literally like a mall. It's like huge promenade area, open. You can't even believe you're on the ocean, right? It's beautiful.
Especially on the Oasis.
And it makes you feel like you're not, because the promenade deck on the other cruise lines are like, the roof is like right here.
And something else.
Like there's the ceiling. It's like right there. Everything's like cramped.
On the Oasis class, not only do you have a tall ceiling in the promenade deck, but you also have Central Park.
Yeah, that's going to be another pro.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But yeah. Now, another pro of Royal is that there are no problems with food substitutions in MDR. If you weren't here to hear my carnival story about food substitutions, you can go back and hear it. It was seriously like I was asking the waiter for his firstborn child. It was like, just you, ma'am, and only tonight. Like, and I was just asking him to like put broccoli in place of pasta. Yeah. I was like, you got broccoli in the kitchen? I know you got broccoli in the kitchen. It was like a huge thing. Never had that problem on Royal. So
far.
Yeah, I mean, food substitutions are just not a problem. Yeah. Entertainment on Royal, we love the entertainment. It was better. It was. I have a con coming. The con is, if you want to go ahead and say the con, you can. Oh, okay. Royal also has unique entertainment that no other cruise line has. They have an ice show. An ice skating show. Literally, they have an ice rink on board, and they have an ice skating show. Please talk.
Okay.
They also have an aqua show that is Olympic level divers, as well as
Oasis class ships.
Choreography in the water.
Yeah.
It's an aqua. I mean, it's
aqua theater.
Dubbed properly.
The aqua theater.
Aqua show. They also have a robot bartender.
Robotics.
A robot bartender
to fix your drink.
It's like an arm. It's not like a robot with a face, like on iRobot.
No, it's just.
It's an arm that makes your drink
and it goes
for you. Yeah, and they also have a rising tide bar. Royal Caribbean does, which is a bar that's open in the promenade area, and
what's it shaped like?
An almond.
Well, that's a good example, yeah.
Like a ship, too.
The Jetsons spaceship.
I think it's like a little boat.
Remember the Jetsons?
I do.
Yeah.
Meet George Jetson.
Nee.
His boy, Elroy. So it's called a rising tide bar, and it's literally a bar with a bartender with booze, and you can sit. Doesn't have a whole lot of seating, but then it raises up to the Central Park
Ooh,
deck, and if you want to get out on Central Park and walk around, you can.
it's very cool.
Or if you want to stay and go back down,
you can do that too.
it's literally a rising tide bar. No other cruise line has it. All the unique activities that Royal has. You can tell which is our favorite. Y'all already knew that was our favorite, right? Zip line on board the ship, Oasis class ships. Rock climbing wall on many of the ships. iFly, which is a simulated skydiving
Quantum class.
tube, right?
Quantum.
Right? Who has skydiving on the ocean? Royal Caribbean. Flow Rider. Everyone's probably familiar with the Flow Rider, right?
I think by now, all of their ships have flow riders. Maybe the Radiance doesn't.
The Radiance class doesn't for sure.
And Vision class, probably not. But the rest of them do.
Right, I think so. Laser tag, not completely unique to Royal because Norwegian also has laser tag. Right. The North Star, which is a capsule, a round capsule, which people go into, and then it lifts up and it goes out
300 feet over the water.
Over the water outside the ship.
Quantum class again.
And the escape room. I don't know that any other.
I can't do that.
Yes, we will. We need to do that.
No, it reminds me of a movie.
Oh, the Saw movies? Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Those are creepy.
Well,
we also like and prefer the size and layout of the Royal Caribbean ships. Again, some of it might be because that's what we're used to. Right?
It's a preference.
However, they're large enough for the passenger capacity in the theater. I don't think we've ever, no matter how late we've gotten to the theater,
there's always a seat.
Not been able to find a seat.
Excuse me. Ooh.
And these are huge ships, okay? The theater has levels, so they're at least one level balcony.
Two balconies.
Maybe two levels
on the
of
Oasis
balcony.
class ships.
And, chairs, I can't speak, chairs all the way back to the wall, like on the lower level and to the side. So plenty of seating. It just was very bothersome on the Norwegian Breakaway when we couldn't find two seats together in the theater.
It was a disappointment.
And I was like, you got 4,000 people on this ship. Why didn't you make the spaces bigger? Anyway, yeah, it was disappointing. So, and as you were saying, what's your favorite place on an Oasis class ship?
Well, you already talked about it.
No, you hushed up.
Oh.
It's your time. Go.
Am I allowed to say
You're on stage. Yes, this is a pro.
The adults only area.
No. Yeah. Central Park.
That's number 2. That's number 2. Central Park's number 2.
So Solarium's his favorite. I learned something.
Yes.
I thought Central Park was your favorite.
No, that's number 2. But wait, you know what? It depends on time of day.
Time of day, okay.
Daytime, Solarium, evening time, Central Park.
So Royal Caribbean is the only ships in the world that offer a boardwalk, which literally has a life-size carousel, a merry-go-round, just like the boardwalk in New Jersey. And
under the boardwalk.
Out in the sun.
Under the boardwalk.
We'll be having some fun.
Under the boardwalk.
Okay, so
boardwalk.
They have a boardwalk. They also have a Central Park. And they literally pipe in the sounds of crickets and birds chirping.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like birds during the day and crickets at night.
Yeah.
And then you can go out there and they have live music like guitarists or pianists.
It's just very,
yes.
It's a good place to go.
Calming, relaxing.
Decompress.
Yeah. You look up and you see the sky. It's amazing.
Nice glass of wine or a martini and a good book. And
no other ship has it. Just saying. So if you haven't tried Royal, you might want to. Okay. So
Central Park rocks.
Yes.
My man Dave, he knows.
Oh, we're way behind.
Yes, we are. What have you?
Steve Leslie says lifeguards on Royal is very, especially if you have kids, Steve.
Yes.
I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Look,
David,
I'm 67 with 2 stents in the Widowmaker artery. I want a lifeguard there.
You need a lifeguard. David says, just call me Dave O. And the Solarium has a Solarium Bistro. Yes.
Yes, they do.
Awesome carved
Good point.
beef. Oh, man, Dave, you're making me hungry.
Good point.
What are we having for dinner?
It's not going to be carved roast beef.
It's not. Sandwiches. We just left Coco Key. Or is it Coco Cay?
Where are you going to spend the day? Coco Cay.
One sea day, then we overnight in Bermuda. Oh, that's nice.
Mm.
That's nice.
So when is this?
When?
When?
He didn't say. We just left. It sounds like he's on board.
On board.
Are you on board now, Dave?
Are you on board now, Dave
I
O?
don't know. Yes, Lane's a Central Park fan too.
Yes.
Mark the Shark says, as soon as I get on Harmony, there's usually a bottle of Crown Royal sitting on the table, waiting for me to open as Pinnacle. I don't have a problem with the drink package.
Look, Mark, all I want to do is come by and smell the lid, buddy.
Oh no. Davo says Central Park. Yes, a great trail. Yes. Yeah,
the Trellis Bar is nice.
I mean, all the restaurants are there and they have a little bit of shopping. There's just nothing. There's nothing else like it at sea.
Yeah.
Another Royal Pro Oasis class now has non-smoking. Yes.
Okay.
At least Allure does. Well, you know, Lolly, what I understood they did is that at least Wonder was supposed to be in the Asian market.
True.
And so they created a high roller casino.
Correct.
And that's now the non-smoking casino. I don't know about Allure, though. I did not know Allure now had the non-smoking casino, Lolly. That's awesome because, you know, Allure missed her vamping, missed her amp up.
Amp up.
Yeah. I was thinking of Voom. I was thinking Voom and amp at the same time. You're vamping?
Amp.
Allure missed her amp up. And so she has the Diamond Lounge that's still in the amazing place that's not in the basement. It has all the ocean view. Yes. Yeah. Allure's the only Oasis class that the Diamond Lounge is not in the basement. Ridiculous. But she did not get her amp up. So I didn't know though. She didn't have a non-smoking casino. She does. Excellent. Right. There's a second one. Yeah. Wonder has one too. Lane's a solarium dude too. Loves it.
JJ only, no Mr. Sir.
I'm told NCL is full because they need to do more shows, not just 2 of each a week. So the capacity you talking about, Scott? Like the passenger capacity? I don't know. Oh, because they don't have as many shows throughout the week. Everyone crowds into the 2 shows that they do.
Oh, Broyles got one every night.
Right. Yeah, that's his point. Yeah. Love the 10-deck tall Ultimate Abyss. Yeah, so do we, Davo. We love that. Well,
we got that on video.
Yeah, you wrote it finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a heart attack either.
Yeah, Davo said they're on the Mariner. Oh, that's right. He told us that when he chimed in the first time.
Well, you know what?
We forget. We're old and we forget.
Yeah.
Lolly, 66. So you're definitely Pinnacle.
She's definitely.
66 sailings on Royal. Wow. That's crazy.
So we will see you then on Harmony in May so you can give us some pointers on video.
Right.
On our vlog. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so we do have to list the Royal cons. That's what we'll close with.
We got a
Royal cons. Even Royal's not perfect. I know JJ can speak to this one. You want to read the first one?
Oh.
Right.
I really don't want to speak to that.
Isn't it true? Okay.
It is true. Yeah, I'll speak to that.
Okay. Spit it out.
Yeah. Royal, the MDR consistently on sail away day 1 is marginal.
Dinner. The meal in the MDR is just like
more often than not, food is cold.
Not cooked properly.
Yeah. And I get it. They're during the turnaround, but
right. And I get more so the cabin stewards with the turnarounds, right? Because they're having to like clean all these cabins in this amount of time.
And look,
but the kitchen, it's like, isn't the kitchen just doing a new day? I don't get it.
They get tired though, babe. And we try to extend grace because it is such a busy day.
Now we know it's coming. So we're just like,
our expectations are not, we don't expect a gourmet meal.
Yeah, we just give it to them
on sail away day.
We give them some grace that first. And we mentioned it earlier, but the general food quality since the restart,
it's not up to par.
It's just not up to par.
It has not been.
Except on Wonder.
Wonder was excellent, but that was her 5th sailing. She was the premier ship.
They had all the best.
They had all the best
chefs,
all the best servers, all the best
crew members they get from the veteran crew members from the other ships they bring to the new ships. And so it just wasn't good. Johnny Rockets already beamed him. less than average burgers.
You dinged them for that already.
Yes, less than average burgers at Johnny Rockets, and it's not included. It's extra. Like guys burgers on Carnival's included. You're gonna pay for on Johnny Rockets. Another negative, a con, is at the Broadway shows.
Stand by, Dave-O.
Yes.
Dave-O, enjoyed having you, my friend. Enjoy dinner.
Thanks, Dave-O.
Have a nice glass of wine on sherry.
I'm going to be dreaming of Italian food while you're out. Oh, okay. So Lolly just gave us the secret. First out MDR. You think, Lolly? You think they're the last
please tell me
leftovers?
Please tell me that's not true.
Well, it's the same menu. But it could... But why isn't it cooked properly? Like, that's okay if, like, the food is...
It's just rewarmed.
I don't know.
It's just... Lolly, is it just rewarmed? Is that what you're saying?
I don't get it.
So they wrap it and store it and...
Well, I understand that it's from the food shipment they got probably from last week because, they bring new food on every week.
Surely it's not rewarmed, prepped food.
I don't know.
I don't even do that to my dogs.
I don't understand. I don't understand. It's consistent though. The Broadway shows have not all returned on Royal since the restart. And I get it.
Yeah.
You're off for 15 months. Broadway level actors and actresses.
It takes a year to put together.
Got new jobs.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't go and wait for you to sail again and come back to their show on Royal Caribbean.
I've got bills to pay. I got to go find a job.
Nope. They went and got other jobs. And so when you come calling again, hey, you want to come back? You want to come back and do, Lolly, you had us going. Lolly.
Wait a minute.
Leftover meals. I know. We were like, I don't know, could be. So the shows, are like when they come calling again saying, hey, you want to come back to Greece on Royal Caribbean? They're like, I got another job and I'm in the middle of a run.
Right. How bad do you want me?
On Broadway. Like, what am I, So I get it. They have to like cast. They have to recast and then they have to rehearse. You have to learn everything, choreography and lines and blah, 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 music. And then they have to get all the
set.
Yes. The set designs onto the ship.
The props.
They had to do all that. So I get that.
Orchestra's got to learn new music.
And so they just replaced it with, I don't know, other kinds of shows.
Well,
the ones we've seen though have been really good. Like Tap.
They haven't been bad at all.
Tap was amazing. That was on Wonder.
Yep. Anyway.
So yeah.
So what's the next?
The Lobster, second serving. So Royal has deleted the unlimited lobster night. The one word, unlimited. It's now no longer unlimited. You used to get a small little kind of baby lobster.
In Texas, we call those tiger prawns.
and you could order more lobster. He would order up to 4 sometimes.
6.
Now, supposedly, they're larger. People tell us the one lobster you get on lobster night in the MDR, which is supposed to be unlimited servings, is larger. And then second serving thereafter, you have to pay for.
Well, if it's large enough, that's fine.
Supposedly.
Yeah. And maybe that's what they've done.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Here we go.
Yes, we have been in 2017.
Were we on her once?
Yes. And we'll be going back. No, we were going to go back.
We were going to go back.
Yeah.
Now we're going on Harmony.
Yes. Harmony, May 5th.
Right.
The week of May 5th.
Harmony, May 5th.
Yes. But we like, Anthony, all of the Oasis we've been on. So, I mean, they're very similar. Really Allure is the
difference?
one.
Each
There are several
new
differences.
Oasis that comes out is typically a foot to a foot and a half longer.
Oh, right. Other than that, you can't really tell the difference. Except for Allure, because, again, she wasn't amped. And so her Diamond Lounge is in an awesome location instead of being in the basement. She doesn't have the Abyss. Allure didn't have the Abyss.
Yeah.
Allure also doesn't have water slides.
Correct.
All the others do.
It is May 5th. Sailing date's May 5th on Harmony out of Galveston, Texas.
Another con, and this is our last con for Royal. And we mentioned it earlier because I was talking to someone about going on Wonder and it was Alton. It was Alton who got the free casino cabin on Wonder. The prices right now are outrageous. on the Oasis class ships. Like, let me say the newer Wonder and Forward, like Wonder, Icon, Utopia. The prices are out.
Is Utopia an Oasis class ship?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's going to be. I'm not sure how completed it is.
It's
yet.
not.
Icon's done. It just hasn't sailed yet. Utopia, I think,
it's still doing its seaworthy testing.
Utopia may be being built still.
Yeah.
But unbelievable. The prices are seriously. I checked as I was.
That's why the prices have gone up. They're building these new ships.
As I was making my notes yesterday for today's show, I checked vacations to go for an inside cabin on Wonder from February to April of 24. So we're a few months out.
Right.
$920 per person for an inside cabin, and it went all the way up to $1,500 per person.
Woo! That's nearly double
for an inside cabin. Yeah. I mean, you used to be able to easy get like $599. It's an inside cabin. Yeah.
Was it $920?
$920. So even if you go on a week, that it's $920 per person. $920 times 2.
Hold on a minute.
$920.
No,
times 2.
No, what's the new price? $1,500.
Well, it went up to. If you get it on a cheap week, it's $920 per person.
That's a 61% increase in.
No, that's the price range.
Oh, the range.
Yes. So the cheapest week from February to April.
That's $1,840 for two people.
Is $920, and the most expensive.
$3,000.
February through April of 24
for an interior room.
$1,500 per person. Inside cabin on Wonder. I was just like, okie dokie.
What do we pay for our inside? I mean, what do we pay for our?
It was the whole entire cruise.
$2,500.
25 something. It was
for a balcony.
Yeah, for an ocean view balcony. Because remember, they have Central Park and Boardwalk balconies too on Wonder, on all the Oasis class ships. An ocean view balcony on that 5th sailing was $2,500. Just at $2,500. We did not try the mason jar,
and we should have.
Yeah, we should have, Lane.
So you tell us.
And one of the reasons, though, Lane, we didn't try it was because it's like Southern cooking,
and we live in the South.
Southern home style cooking.
So I'm not sure we would have been fair.
We were like, it's kind of like Mexican food for us.
We wouldn't have. Yeah, that would not have been an objective opinion.
We're a pretty tough audience for Southern comfort food. Yeah, Anthony, I'll be on Allure for the first time next month.
You will love her.
Yay!
Go look at our Allure YouTube videos.
No, we weren't vlogging then.
Oh, we weren't.
No,
I got
vlog,
pictures.
Yeah, our first vlog was on Symphony. When we started vlogging as a channel, we switched anyway, and that was the restart. That was our first cruise
There's
after
Mark the Shark. That's good feedback.
Yes. Mark says, people continue to ask me, have I been on Wonder this season? Yes. And I recommend it very highly. And I'm totally in love with Mason Jar.
There you go.
Wonderful food, great drinks. I love the atmosphere.
There you go.
Awesome. And he lives in Florida.
Yeah.
So he knows some good Southern food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge here. Yeah. I mean, good Southern food, Lane. So, it's worth trying. If it's in your budget, go try it.
And we should have done it.
Yeah, we will. The next one we're on. I don't know what the next ship is that has a mason jar. I don't think they've added it to any of the other Oasis class.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Derek. Hey, Derek. Thanks for joining us. Because of bad reviews for MSC Seascape, do you think I should cancel my cruise? Because my wife is not a cruise lover like me, and I don't want to make our cruise for us bad.
You know what? That's a personal call.
Our travel agent right now is on MSC.
She is currently.
And because more people are actually going to it. Watch some vlogs,
Do you know why?
Derek.
You know why?
Well, I think because the other cruise lines are going up in price so much.
They're jumping from our favorite
from the big three.
MSC.
Yeah.
Because of pricing.
The prices are they're like, good grief. MSC used to kind of be expensive, but now it's not that expensive. Plus, MSC has brought their ships to Florida and Texas.
Correct.
So more people are trying MSC.
They're experimenting. They're testing the waters, no pun intended.
I don't know though about Seascape. I have not heard people talking a bunch about
Mark the
good
Shark.
things.
Mark the Shark may be able to talk about that.
About good. He's talking again about Mason Jar.
Okay.
So we'll jump to that next. But Derek, about MSC, I would go look at some vlogs from MSC.
Search it on YouTube.
And reviews. And that may be what you're talking about when you're talking about bad reviews. If cruise vloggers are down on MSC Seascape, Derek, then I would switch, actually, especially if your wife is not a cruise lover. You really don't want to give her a bad experience. So, yeah, that would be my advice, is go look at the vlogs.
And then make a decision.
Yeah, look at people's reviews. And if you can get out of that cruise budget-friendly way, without losing a lot of money, yeah, I would highly recommend that you back out. That's just my 2 cents. So Mark says, please try. Yes, I hear good things about that old-fashioned drink at Mason jar with the peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a toothpick. Yes, it comes like there's a little bitty.
Yeah.
Like it seriously is like it's not even a 1-by-1.
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yes, and a toothpick through it, and it's on the edge of the cup. Yeah.
I think that's a trademark drink, actually.
Mark says he recommends it very highly. It's very addictive. Okay, Mark, behave. Behave. Lane says the Utopia will be 3 and 4 night cruises, so we'll have to do a back-to-back for 7 nights. Man, I can't imagine. I don't know what their cost is going to be. What have you priced it out yet, Lane? I don't know. Mark says people continue to ask me how many is moving to Galveston. Then I'll move his chart going on Symphony of the Seas. Then I'll start jumping on Utopia.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Symphony.
Mark, we'll see you on Harmony in May.
We like Symphony. I mean, again, that was our first cruise back ever. 714 days.
Yeah.
During the restart. 714 days without a cruise. So we were glad to be back on Symphony. Our Symphony vlogs are a little different because it was our first time vlogging. So it's not like it is now. Like we do a daily vlog now. We take you with us all day long. But at least you can see the ship if you've never been on Symphony. Yes, Lane. Yes, and kind of high. Sherelle says, hey, Sherelle, good to see you again. We've cruised with Royal Caribbean before. However, we're going on our first Oasis class ship in June. Woo-hoo! Looking forward to seeing Central Park and all this class offers.
You'll
be addicted, Sherelle.
You'll be hooked.
Welcome
Definitely.
to your new addiction.
Yeah, that's
Oasis class ships.
Yeah.
We have cruised on Liberty. Good grief, how many times? 7 times probably?
No.
I don't know. Because
I'll tell you.
She was out of Galveston and it was inexpensive. We could just drive down. And so we have been on that smaller.
Yeah, it cut our travel expenses.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4.
3, 4.
5. Liberty 5 times.
Yeah.
Out of Galveston.
And so we like that size also, but man, Allure was our first Oasis class ship.
We fell in love.
And since then, we just really like
I fell in love again.
The big girls. The big girls. Okay, y'all. Boy, I'll just take my... Oh, Derek. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. We won't tell your wife unless your wife is watching too, and then you're in trouble. Okay, I think we're going to call it, y'all. We're calling it. We weren't able to talk about the other cruise lines like Princess and MSC. We talked a little bit about MSC, but I highly recommend
because it's
we have
things we've experienced.
Yeah. So if you're wondering about the pros and cons of a cruise line, highly recommend you go to YouTube. You type in MSC Seascape Review,
right?
Cruise review, or you type in, Carnival Dream Cruise Review. Cruise vloggers will give you the pros and cons of that ship. And it may be more than one set of cruise vloggers. So that's the best way. Thanks, Lolly.
Thank you for that, Lolly.
Yeah, before you leave. That's the best way to figure out
Mark.
If a ship and a cruise line is for you and what the pros and cons might be.
Yeah, because we're going to give you our candid opinion based on experience.
We will, and we will.
We're here for you.
We're going to do a vlog every day in Alaska. In fact, the next 2 weeks, y'all, we're going to be talking Alaska. So, because we just have 2 more weeks before we leave.
I'm so excited.
Before we leave for Alaska. We're at 19 days out. So next Sunday and the Sunday after that, we're going to be talking Alaska stuff.
I have a request before we go.
Yes.
Pray for nice weather.
Oh, for Alaska.
For Alaska.
Well, however, what does nice mean? Because I ordered a lot of winter stuff, y'all, and I want to wear it.
I don't want any rain.
You don't want any rain?
I don't want rain.
Good luck with that, sir.
We got video to do, so.
Good luck with that. That's what umbrella's for.
Yeah, they have like
and the camera.
310 days of rain, I think, in some of those places.
Yeah, someone said Watch some vlogs. You're going to get rained on. Like, I'm sure we will. We got rain gear and an umbrella.
Mark says, hang in there. You got 15 more minutes to go to hit 2 hours.
we've never done a 2-hour live. So that means we got to go. Okay. See y'all next week. We'll be talking Alaska into next week and the next week. And then we'll be on the ship in Alaska. And we're going to be doing a live on the sail away. So
thanks for sharing.
See y'all.
Peace. Love you.
Blessings.